So, to change gears though, being a fan really changes your game watching experience. So I'm a fan now of my Guelph Storm.
Yeah.
I love them.
Yeah.
Obviously, there's one reason why I love the Guelph Storm,
Yeah.
and his name is Charlie Paquette, number 23, right? The little 15-year-old meathead. But interesting, man, because now, like watching an OHL game, I used to watch because I used to train teams, right? The Spits, Sarnia, and all this stuff. Right? Yeah, and all the players. So when I'd go to an OHL game or an NHL game, when you watch your players play, you're watching them, not necessarily the team. I want them to do well, right? So, so this year, watching the Storm, I'm watching my son first, right? Let's be honest here. I'm not that proud to say that I'm not a great dad, like I'm too good to be a dad. I'm a dad, man. Yeah. And I go there and I watch so differently now. I watch my son, like he gets on the ice. I don't see anybody else. I'm like,
you're staring
like
at him.
Super fan. He should have did that. Like, and it's stupid.
Yeah.
I do my best, but at the end of the day, I want to make sure he finishes his hits, he makes the plays, gets the puck out, all that stuff.
Yep.
And my ass puckers right up when he plays.
Yep.
It's the weirdest thing.
I watch it. It's hilarious.
Like I get right into it.
Well, I tell you, I tell every time I'm around you, and even when we're talking about it, like we'll be talking about it, and then you'll get on a tear, like you can feel the passion start to come out of you, and I'll just start like laughing, and just be like, oh, it's proud dad.
I love I love it, but I love his team. Yeah. So I'm watching this this team play, and I'm so impressed because they are the youngest team in the OHL right now. If you take the exact roster they have now, even a couple guys that are kind of up and down with the team. The oldest guys, everything, can have the exact same roster moving into next year.
Yeah, everyone's still eligible next year.
Everyone's eligible next year, so they're young.
Yeah.
And they don't have, like, Charlie plays a fairly rough and tough game, but I'm not going to sit here and say, like, he's going around the OHL intimidating people right now. But he has a little bit of a presence, and, you know, he does what he needs to do. Yeah. Profaka, a good D, big.
I like him a lot.
Yeah, he's good. He's good and physical. And Cam Allen is very physical, especially for a first-year guy, and so skilled. So I watch this team, and I just, like, I actually want them to win. Whether my son's having a great game or not, I want them to win because, like, and my son tells me all about the boys, right? So it's a beautiful team. So last night they played London, and I was, you know, the Tuesdays and Wednesdays and
a tough night,
games that they play. Right now I'm on the ice, so I get to watch almost a full period. And then I get to go on the ice. I come back and I usually catch the third period or close to it. And then I went home last night and watched the second on my own. What was my point to that? Oh yeah, I can't stand it. So they played in London last night, and I'm winning in overtime, and they played great. So my son was really fired up about going to London because a couple reasons, but one of them was that he knows that it's going to be pretty much full. So I guess there was around 8,000 people last night. My wife and some of the family went up to the game. And they said it was nuts, awesome. So, you know, so a 15-year-old kid, you can imagine, and all these first-year guys that have, I mean, it's the first time coming to rinks, right? Mm-hmm. And they go into the London Budweiser Gardens, and there's 8,000 people there, and it's like it's a different experience, right? It's one of those things your senses have to get used to. It's like, okay, wow. So that was pretty cool. Anyways, they won in overtime last night, and I was just really proud of them. And I just wanted to say, like, being young. I'm so impressed because, like I said, they don't necessarily have like that guy that can give you that, you know, that one or two guys that can give you the snarl on the ice and like settle the game down. You know, They got just hardworking dudes. And the beautiful thing about this team, it's by committee. Like, so for example, they have, I don't have notes. I just have something here. So, and this is the other beautiful thing. I love it because Charlie was saying a lot of these guys watch our podcasts. So and that's why I'm saying hi to them kind of in a sense. And Millette wanted me to give a shout out. So you're getting yours in a second there. So you got Pastajov and Zolkin. So Pasta's leading the league in scoring. Came from the U.S. program. Awesome player. Just so smart, so good. Awesome. Plays with Zolkin. That's going to be probably a high pick in the NHL this year. You know, real crafty guy. And then they got Sikic on the wing. That's a long, lanky guy. Not a huge point getter, but he's always contributing, sticks on puck and stuff like that, and just awesome. So then it goes down. Yeah, so Pappas, Walker, and McFarland, like just Pappas' speed, Walker, good defensive guy, kills penalty, wins a lot of faceoffs, and then you got McFarland, smaller guy.
I like that guy.
I know you do. He's like an energy guy that cracks people all over the ice. Good forechecker, backchecker, penalty killer.
Nice to watch.
He is nice to watch. I know, and he's like 5'8".
Oh yeah,
I think,
Irish guy.
Yeah, little Irish guy. Yeah, little freckle face redhead. Then you got this really young group of guys. After that, you got Poitras and Carabella and Bonesy. They just put pucks in the net. And they're just showing up and they're just grinding and they go at it. They never quit. It's great. And then you got these young guys, and then you got so Jake Millette. This is what I like about him, is they call him Mailer. Okay, what I like about him is like, and a lot of the reason I went through a lot of the names is because it's great because during games and stuff like that, you got kind of have lines. Well, this team, because they're so young, and stuff, and they need to have things happen. You see, like a guy like Jake Millette. He'll go up and down the lineup, center, wing, penalty kill, does a great job defensively, skates hard. He's always on pucks and stuff like that, but you can put him anywhere in the lineup, and he's kind of like not a huge points guy. Sorry, Mailer. Yeah. But not yet anyways. But he's all over the ice, just plays every role. He does his job. Like it's beautiful to watch. And then you got these young guys, Zook and Charlie and McGuire and Coughlin, and they're all kind of like skilled and kind of rough and tough. And like in a couple years, they're going to be like really, really good. And then on their back end, like Chayka, sick. So good. 6'3", 4". He's just so good. Like, I don't know. Maybe he's made a bad pass this year. I don't know. But he's so calm and he's so good. Yeah. Charlie's got some funny stories about him. Profaka, I said he's kind of rough. But these two kids here, Bushinger, I forget how to say it, and Cam Allen, unreal. Yeah. For D. Yeah. They're 04, so they're like, or Cam's in 05. But they're you'd think that they're playing the league for 3 years. They got like a roughness to it, and they're so calm, make plays, like just phenomenal. Cam's going to be unreal. Yeah. Bushy's going to be unreal. Then you got Harper and Haffenbricker and McRae, and they're just like awesome, man. Yeah. Awesome to watch. And then their goaltending, they got 2 goalies. So what's amazing about this team is they're going to be in. They could literally have this team. Literally, I don't want to use that word anymore. Yeah. They could have this team together for the next at least one more year, like the exact same team, and then if you start filling the blanks,
then they'll have the core for another 2-3 years.
What a core, man! What a core! So like these guys, like Jacob again, Millette and Walker. I think he'll stick around one more year, maybe Pappas too. These guys are going to be the older guys, but they're such good leaders now because they have this team first thing, and I don't know if that's what their brain says, but they play team first game. And it's just so nice to see they can go up and down the lineup and they just do the job that needs to be done and they just work their ass off. Yeah. Now they've done very well so far this year as a young team. Who knows what changes? I was talking to Charlie the other night at after one of the games and I said because they've played some good teams and they've come out on top and they really really compete. Yeah, they have a shitter every now and then. Yeah. But I said, what is it, bud? Like is it your team? Like what makes you good? He goes, Dad, we just work hard. And then he goes, it's George. He goes, Daddy's such a good coach. And like for a young guy to say that his coach is awesome and his coaching staff is awesome when he's on the short end of the stick when it comes to ice, when you're 15, 16, things are not going your way. Yeah. So he's happier than a pig in shit, loves the whole team. Like the coach, he goes, the coaches are unreal. Yeah. So it's like so nice to see. And these guys are going to be one hell of a team. Yeah. And they already are. But I'm really excited to watch this thing progress over the next 2-3 years. Yeah, well, you see, so good, man. For a guy like, especially for the rookie group, so the 05s that are in there now. Yeah, like you're saying, for them to say that about their coach when they're not getting ice, it's like that's how you get the buy-in, right? That's how you can tell they have a little bit of that team first kind of mentality. And what's so awesome when you watch that team, outside of probably Pastajov and Zilkin, outside of those 2 guys who are usually like the heavy horses in terms of getting points, they get contributions from everyone. Yeah. Right? Like up and down the lineup. Like, so you have between like power play 5-on-5 stuff, like Bowman is third line winger and he's, what has he got? 7-8 goals? 7-8 goals and 8 games. And he's hurt right now, but he's like hot start and they're right through the lineup. They're getting contributions from everybody. And that like you said, the only element that they don't have a ton of, like from when I watch them, is that like super get into the rough stuff kind of game. Yeah. They got a couple guys that do that, but that's something that can come like as they get more seasoned and like nobody's played hockey for 2 years. So it's that's another consideration, right? Yeah. But it's a fun team to watch, man, because they got some skill to make some good plays and it's really super, super enjoyable watching those guys play. It's phenomenal.
Yeah, for sure. Well, we'll be watching. That's for sure. So good luck. Go Storm.
Yeah, go Storm.
Go Storm.
Man. That's freaking awesome.
That's good. So.